There's a direct correlation between economic growth and stability. You can see that the higher, and gender equality, frankly. So you've got growth, stability, and gender equality that are all directly correlated and linked together, in complex ways. If you take a look at all the countries on Earth where there is productive economic growth and where there's traditionally been productive economic growth, it's the countries where there are the highest levels of gender equality. I mean, it tracks directly, there are no exceptions. Where you've got this real disparity in terms of gender equality, you also have really poor results in terms of economic growth. Now, it's an enormously complex kinds of issues, but clearly where women are engaged in the economy grows. So gender equality is a fundamental basis for positive economic performance, for stability, for growth. The data is so clear. 2/3 of all new jobs in the world have gone to women since the 70s. Women are the highest educated resource. We have this direct correlation between positive economic growth, gender equality, stability, and peace. We have a direct correlation between women's economic empowerment and poverty reduction. It is so obvious what we need to do to really improve the situation in the world. It's to invest in the economic empowerment of women, and everything else will shift. Well, for instance, 60 to 80% of all the activity, the economic activity in the world is informal. So a lot of this is small business, individual women. If we could figure out how to really ratchet that up, if we could figure out how to double the size of all these little businesses, we would have an enormous impact. And frankly, the United States leads in this area. The United States has an enormously rich policy and programming framework that they could share with the entire world about how do you go about growing small business, creating small businesses run by women and growing business. And you have over 100 women's business centers in this country that work one-on-one with small women business owners. And you're 1 in 6 jobs in this country are people working for a women's owned business, and it's because of 25, 30 years of superb advocacy on the part of American women, but really the ability here by American policymakers. So if there's one thing to do, American women at every level really have that to share with the rest of the world. Womenetics, I think, has a real opportunity. I mean, it is a fabulous platform. It's connecting to thought leaders, to women across the country, across the world. So they really have an ability to bring some of these messages forward. My advice would be, the range of things to do is, of course, infinite, but if you learn no more than 3 data points about the importance of women to this economic recovery, about the importance of women to economic growth, and just repeat those at cocktail parties and tell your friends, you're shifting the social fabric. So if we can bring these data points forward, it allows people to sort of sit still and sort of really observe. So, we could unleash, that there is data out there that if Britain had as many women businesses in it proportionately as the United States does, that there would be something like 800,000 new companies created in the United Kingdom. What the bottom line really to this is, it's the eradication of poverty, it's bringing stability, it's bringing peace to this world. The economic power of women will go a long way towards achieving our goals of poverty eradication and world peace. Some of the directions that we can go to in terms of really unleashing the economic empowerment of women really has to do with the tools. So Womenetics really is a convening platform, and you can see the kinds of people who are connecting are people who are thoughtful, they're thinking about their own lives, the lives of their communities, their country, the world, and they're really wanting to share and understanding. So these kinds of tools where people can easily and readily interact, see best practices, discuss with world leaders, people stretch their thinking and understanding to really move the world in a more positive direction.